So, welcome to our today's session, session number 4, and we really appreciate for your time again. And this is the what we are continuing doing it, and hopefully you are keep enjoying the session and you are learning a lot with our you can say the explanation as well as the system or solution that we are presenting. Okay, so today is the part number 3 that we are going to cover is a functional series. And from here, we are going to complete one of the cycle, which is the sales cycle, which is the most important thing that you are going to do. And in this particular session, we are going to cover. And we already know about the housekeeping stuff, so I'm just going to skip this particular part. And again, really, I appreciate for your time and the cooperation during the time. And if you have any question, you can ask on chat, or we normally recommend if you can use the QA section. So it will help us to just filter out all the question or whatever the discussion that you want to do, because there's a separate section that you will find in your teams. So it's better if you have any question or if you have any comment, just put it there, because in the chat you will see the normal conversation that normally people are doing. So better to use the QA section so that we can respond each and every answer. Or if any question we are left with today's session, definitely we are going to cover in the next session, or we can handle it separately. And in this today's session, we are going to cover the rest of the sales cycle. More importantly, we are going to cover the proposal management, which is a part of the quotation. We are going to cover the quotation phases as well, means how you are going to manage the quotation revision, convert to order, and then we'll move forward to the order placement and the confirmation. After the order confirmation, we will also look into the order fulfillment part as well as the customer invoicing. So in this session, we will try to complete the full sales scenario, which we already agreed, and this is what the main agenda. But before we are going to complete the information, we are also seeing some of the major part of the report and KPIs as well, means how the reports and KPIs are generated, which is, you can say, the remaining part from our previous session. And we will also look into some of the important elements of handling and managing the internal and external communication and collaboration. So these are the all information that we are going to cover in this session. And related to the content sharing, all of, you can say, our recorded sessions are available on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe us so that you can get the notification at the time that we are going to publish any video. And this particular platform we are also going to use to publish rest of the other modules also. Whatever the, you can say, the solution that we are working on it, plus the programs that we are going to execute, and also some tutorial part that we are going to publish in the near future. And related to specifically for the presentation as well as the agenda, you will find all of the material on the OneDrive folder. So you can also have a link. You can scan the QR code and you can get the link there. If you are not part of our WhatsApp group, so we highly recommend if you can join us on the WhatsApp group. Okay. This is the sales business process that we were looking into it previously. We spoke a lot about the inquiry management, which is under the lead. Then we spoke about a lot in opportunity management, how it's being handling, how it's being created, or what are the scenarios that you might have in your, you can say, experience, that whenever the customer is asking for any means the customer is having a requirement, or you have some situation where you are going to propose any solution or a product or whatever you are providing the services to the end consumer, how you are going to create the opportunity to maintain and manage your sales pipeline. And today's agenda, which we already discussed about the rest of the elements, which is more related to the quote part, means you can say the propose stage. Then we will also look into the close stage as well as the fulfillment, means where we are going to complete our sales journey. The best part of this session is here. There will be no theory and there will be a direct action. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take you to directly on the system, and we will start from the reporting elements, visualization, as well will see what are the KPIs or what are in kind of the reports that you can generate on the top of it. Then rest of the process is how we are going to cater to complete our sales cycle. Means you are going to start preparing the proposal, you are going to submit it, how and what are the scenarios that you are going to do in terms of the revision part, then how the revised code is going to be converted to the sales order, then rest of the other things. So let's have a look how the system works and what are the main functionalities. So for that one, I'm just going to take you to my one instance. So from here, as soon as you are going to log into the system, so first part which we already identified and we already spoke about it, that the dashboard normally appears, and dashboard will help you to visualize all kind of the processes that you are working. And the best part of Dynamics 365, it's totally configurable, customizable. So there are some standard dashboards are available where you can see the sales pipeline, you can see your lead statuses, you can see the notification from the system, which is you can the assistant based notification, you can see it over there, as well as you can see what's the transaction or sales pipeline, how it looks like. So these are all information that you can see in the dashboard level. So first of all, whenever you are logged into the system, you are seeing the dashboard, and in that particular scenario, if you want to drill down any information, means how the sales plan is formulated and what are the main source of the lead that you are expecting. So you want to see all of the information. You can do it very easily on the top of it. How? There is an option you will see on the dashboard. There is a refresh button. There is a button for view records so that you can drill down, or you want to expand it. I mean, you want to see all of the information in a separate window. So we will see one by one here. First is the refresh. So what you can say dashboard is already open. You can refresh any specific segment by the time that you are working, or you can simply click on the refresh all. It will refresh all the page here. Now the next part is you are going to see the records, what and how the records are exist, means what are the records are there. So they are formulating here. The more important thing that you will see it here, the name, which is the particular name of that chart here. So in this particular chart, what I'm going to see, I'm only able to see my open opportunities, means the record which are associated with me, as well as it is also formulating the legends here, means what are the, you can say the color scheme is going to be used here. So qualify, develop, propose, close. So these are those stages here which are formulating my sales pipeline here. So let's take example that I wanted to see what's being happening under the qualification. So I have the option that either I can hover up my mouse here and I can see that the first part is a qualifier. What is the estimated revenue that I'm expecting from my deals? So let's take example that I'm just going to go further for the develop stage. I can see the overall status. Plus what I can do, I can click on the view record and I will able to see all of the transactions which are formulating my this dashboard here. So first part is to see the report. You can take a help of the chart. You can take a help of the dashboard and the chart and then the record which are there. So let's take example again. I'm just going to go to see the qualify which we discussed. I'm just going to click on my chart here. So what the system will do, it is just going to filter it out all the information which are formulating here. So these are the all of my opportunities which are under qualification. Similar way, I want to see only the develop state. I'm just going to click it here and it's going to formulate here. So these are the three opportunities, or you can say the deals that I'm working on it, and they are formulating my develop stage. And each and every opportunity that we are talking about, it is under some value here. Means estimated revenue, means how much revenue we are expecting from our deal. So that's the point number one that we normally see in terms of the reporting. Second part is every section that are able to see it here, it comes with a different line of the charts here. Different types of the charts are available here. So that's a, you want to evaluate, okay, who are my top customer? So just need to change here and you can see all of my top customer here. So I can see very easily that a trade research is the one of the most influential or most, or you can say it might be possible that we are going to generate and we can get 200,000 K type of the revenue that we can generate in terms of the amount we are expecting. Then there is a D insurance. This is the same opportunity we had created earlier, and we can easily assume that there are 100,000 K opportunity that we are going to you can say grab the deal. But the thing comes here, it's not a, you can say, small number. I mean, it's not necessary that you are going to have a small number. It could be a millions or billions or whatever the number series that you are using in terms of the sales transaction that are formulating. So it totally depends how the, you can say, revenue cycle that you are going to generate. So, but the system will help you to see the different slabs here. So on the left side, I'm able to see all of my customer, and on the below, I am seeing the range here. So at the top, I can see the tray research is one of my most potential lead that I need to work on it. Similar way, I can see the complete information about different statuses here, means how my leads are formulated. So I can able to see that there is a still okay. One, you can say, section means the 12 leads are still open. So as soon as we are working on it, so we will able to see the different statuses: open, won, lost. So we will able to see the full pie chart here. And there is a very interesting chart is available where you can say the sales leaderboard. Sales leaderboard, it will help you to identify who is owning what type of the lead. So I'm just going to change my view on the top, so I should able to see the different kind of leads. So I can see the administrator, means who is the login person. I'm here, so he has a top ranked, you can say, the lead is here. Similar way, if you have a lot of other salesperson who are listed there, so it will be available. The chart will be formulated there. So that's the one point that you can see it here. Similar way, I'm just jumping back again on the dashboard. And from here, what you can do, you can easily see the complete picture, how it looks like as a big screen that you want to see to evaluate. So let's take example that I'm just going to take this lead part here, and I want to see, okay, what's how it's formulating. So I'm just going to click here and it's going to formulate, okay, these are the lead sources are here. And I, if I'm just hovering up my mouse here, so it is also showing me the segments there. Similar way, these are also proven available. If you are going to click the chart here, it will also help you to drill down more. So let's take an example that I'm just going to see the industry-wide information. So what I need to do, I'm just saying that, okay, this particular is a trade show, and how, what is the industry here? So I'm just going to select the industry, and what type of chart I want. I want a pie chart, I want a bar chart, I want a funnel again, and even I can have the line chart also. So what kind of chart I need? I'm saying that I need a pie chart here. So I'm just going to click a pie chart, and system is going to define it here. So currently there is no, you can say, sources defined. So, but it will show you here. So let's take an example. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to see my record. Then I'm just going to change some of the industry. Then I can show you how it works. So I'm just jumping here to open up the lead record. And here I'm just going to select randomly some industry. So you can see how it works and how it is going to reproduce over there. So I'm just going to select the industry. Let's take example. This particular company is accounting. And also I'm just going to see the most recent record or the filter record. I can click here on this button, which will help me to view the records. I'm just going to navigate to another section, which is the low owner. And here I'm just going to change it. So let's take example of business services. Heli, I'm just going to update for any other industry here. I'm just going to put it here as entertainment, and same thing for the last one. I'm just going to change. So you can notice one thing here, that whatever we are going to do anything here, and then in the meanwhile, I'm also shifting from one record to another record. You can also imagine the system is also keep saving the information. If there is any unsafe change happen, system will definitely prompt the user that the information is not safe. So either he wants to discard or he wants to just leave the page here. So we are already done, and we are just going to go back again on, let's take example here. I'm just going to go on the dashboard. And from here, again, I will do the same practice. I'm just going to open up here the record, and this particular record I was filtering it out. So I just click here. Let the pop-up come. I'm just going to put industry, that this field I need it, and I need in the chat. Now you can see, you can visualize here. So you can see how many are formulated here. So I can easily understand that these are the two leads were from the accounting site, or you can say they have the accounting domain. And there is a one for the entertainment industry and one for the business service. So this is the how you can use the formulation on the type of the form, or you can say the dashboard or chart generation there. Okay, so that's the number two that you can see. You can drill down and you can visualize more into it. Now, what you can do further, there is an option available on the system wherever you are on the system. So let's take an example here on the lead or opportunity. So I'm just going to take a lead here. And here you are seeing all of the information in a very, you can say, grid style or Excel based grid style that you are going to get it there. And it is formulated under the different views. So these are the all views are available, and based on the information that you can see the different types of the information. So I can see what are the leads are qualified, which are the new one, or what are the status are there. There is also option available here in the system. So you can also click on the show chart. This is the one option that you can see on every form over there, and you will see the different kind of the charts available here. So I want to see the lead owned by the different users. So I can see these are the all user, or these are the sales people who have generated or who are assigned to a particular lead. I can see over here. So that's the number one. Second thing you can have it is a dashboard. The dashboard functionality, it will help you to generate or prepare a dashboard for that particular information that you want to see. Means we are on the lead, we want to see what's being happening on the lead. So I can very easily see how many all leads are listed under my name, mean my open leads. I want to see all of the leads, so I can see there are 16 are assigned to me and 20 are the overall, and how many leads are closed one, and what about the complete information. So it is listing down all of the complete list of my leads. Now if you want to change any segment, mean based on the duration, you can do it by changing the date parameter. You can easily manage it from here. So let's say I want to see a complete information about it during this month or during this week. Let's take example of this week. I want to see only this week information. If I'm just going to click it here, so I can see what's being happening for the lead which were created in this week. So I can see there are the 4 weeks were totally open. I don't own any lead, and there were 2 leads were closed, and overall there are 6 leads here. So these are all information that you can do and the filtered information. Now, if you want to visualize how it works, so let's take example. I am just going to change in the information this quarter I want to see, and I'm just going to see the visualization in a very attractive dashboard manner. So it is showing me the different sources here. It is showing me also the lead rating wise. It is also showing me with the lead owner wise here. So let's take example. I want to see what's being happening in the word of mouth here. So if I'm just going to click here on this particular chart, what the system will do, it is going to filter out everything and is going to sort out based on it. So there were 3 leads for the word of mouth as a lead source. 3, all of them are the warm, all are assigned to one person. And these are the open one which are assigned to me because mine I'm logging as administrator, so I can see it over my name, and also I can also evaluate that these are all of the leads are open, still open here. Similar way, if I'm just going to remove it, I can remove, clear all, and I want to see this particular partner base. So if I'm just going to click on the partner, I am able to see there is a 1 lead is assigned to Wahaj, 2 are assigned to me. And from here, I can see the names here. Now, from here, what I can do, I can also navigate to particular record here. So I'm just going to click here, and it is going to open up the record for me. So this is how you can visualize information on a very, you can say, effective or very quick manner on the top of system there. Okay. You will find this particular information everywhere in the process or in everywhere in the Dynamics 365 platform there. Okay. So let's take example. I'm just going to jump to the opportunity part again. And I want to see all of the same information. So I'm just going to select through all opportunities. And again, I have the option that I can use the show chart option. And from here, I can select the specific chart, whichever I need to open. Okay. Particularly also, I can do the same information here. I want to see the dashboard. I'm just going to click on the dashboard here. It's going to generate the same type of a dashboard compatibility, which we have just seen on the lead level. Now I can see my open leads, total open leads, closed, my open opportunities, closed opportunities, and all opportunities showing up here. Same way I can enable the visual filter here, and it's going to show me this type of a dashboard. Now, the beauty is here in the system that you can have your own dashboards for each and every entity. Very interactive way you can do it. And you can put the different segment. System gives you the best, but you can also extend it. Totally depends on the nature of the business or nature of the information that you want to visualize. So this is what you can do it very easily. Same thing I can do it here. I want to see, okay, what are the hot ones? I'm just going to click it here. It's going to show me the hot opportunities here. So from here, I can see one is under the proposed stage, one is under the closed stage. Similar way, who are associated, I can see the search. Research is one of the biggest customer we have, and Fabricam. Same way, I can see how many opportunities are won and how many opportunities are open, still open. So if I want to see, okay, which one is the won one? So I'm just going to click here. It is going to show me, yes, Fabricam opportunity was closed as won. So that's the information that you can see and you can visualize with a different aspect and different areas that you can see. And now you want to see this information in the view, just click here on open view. It will take you directly to that particular view that it is formulating. Okay. Sorry. Now, this is the part of that you can do it very easily and you can manipulate and you can work. You will find this functionality of the dashboard, charts, as well as the graphical representation everywhere. You will see under the accounts, contact, lead, opportunity, quotation, sales order, everywhere you will find it over there. Now, what about you want to see what's being happening on the top of my system, means what the people are doing. How you can do, either you can generate the report. There are the flexible reports are available from where you can have and you can see about the old mechanism of the report, that you can see the you can say transaction report you want to evaluate. You can do it and you can use these all the options where you can see all of the activities, all of the, you can say, partner win and loss. You can want to see, you want to see the lead source effectiveness, which Wahaj last time he covered, and the sales pipeline. So this is a transaction report that you will see it over there. But there are some exciting features available where you can also generate the reports based on the Excel template. So this is the one-time activity that you would require, or you can use a system, you can say template. And from here, what you can do, either you can generate the Excel-based report on the top of, you can say, if you have the online instance, that you can do it from online, or you can directly download. So let's take example. I'm just going to download. So as soon as I'm just going to download, what the system will do is going to download my formatted report in the Excel functionality. And from here, I can reproduce the information. I'll make the alignment or whatever I need, or I can use as is, and I can share with the administrative or administration purposes. So whatever I need, I can do it. So the document open, then I can show you how the document is formulated. In the meanwhile, if you have any question, you can ask us so that we can answer it. Okay. Now you can see this functions come here. Top first is the enabling, because there is the charts are involved and there is a, you can say, uh, add-ons are involved here. So that's why it's prompting me. I just need to enable, and now I can see the formulation of my report here. So I can see the opportunity pipeline. I can see how many opportunities were created during this month. And even as soon as we are working, these all charts will be start populating here. And these are the information that you can reuse it. You want to use it, you can reuse it for your administration purpose or whatever the information is required to share. So this is a readily available and readily usable here. Even though if you want to extend the further information, let's say you are working on Excel and you want to extend more, you can do the extension based on the information that which is available. And this is a complete read-only information. There is no interaction on the background. So this is the one functionality. Yes, there is a one option you will find there. In this particular, you can say component, there is a one-time template that you have to design. System gives you, the Microsoft gives you one template for Excel, one template for this opportunity, case management, also in accounts, but you can reuse it and you can build your own template and you can use it. So there is an option available where you can create your own template here. So you can download the template either, or you can upload your own template. And the template means you are just going to formulate, you are just going to put the main segment, which data element is required to place in what area. So you can generate your own, or you can prepare your own Excel document over here. Okay, and this is one type of activity you need to do it. And this is what we will also cover by the time that we are covering the session in the configuration and the customization part. Also, you can have the option that you can export the information, means whatever the information that you are going to see here, you want to export the same information, you just click on export, and the export is going to be just open up my records there. There are two versions again available. One is the static one. If I'm just going to drill down, you can see here the static one, or there is a dynamic one. Dynamic one means it has a connection. It will remain the connection, and you can use it for populating the information that say you have once you have downloaded and someone is going to change it. You just need to refresh it. So dynamic version can be used for just having the continuous update. But static is the one time you have downloaded, so it means downloaded. There is a static information. If there is any change happen on the system, there will be no impact on your sheet here. So let me just open the static one, which we had just downloaded. And let me just open the downloads button here and this document we are talking about. Just going to open it. Yes, oh, it was already opened. So what I'm just going to enable editing here. So you can see whatever the information that you are seeing on your view on the background, the same formulation of the column is available, and this is available and readily available use, means you should able to use it whatever you need in terms of generating or expand any, you can say, documentation, you can do it. And by the way, you can also restrict the user. If you want to restrict the user to download the or generate the Excel document or Word document, you can also restrict them. So that's the functionality of the security rules that you can also embed. But overall, let's say if you want to use it, you can download and you can reuse it. And the same information, let's say you want to re-upload it again, you can use it for the importing part here. So importing part means you can import it by using this import functionality, import from Excel. So whatever you have made any change as a bulk, you can directly re-import. We will also cover in the upcoming session that you can, how you can re-import information, how you are going to extract, and you are going to change it as a bulk. Because currently you are going to update one by one for each, but let's say if you are working on Excel and you want to re-import it again, you can do it. Now, very exciting part that you are going to see here, which is available and which is recently introduced by Microsoft, is a deal manager here. Deal manager helps the seller, the managers, their managers, or even the organization, if they want to visualize each and every element of their sales pipeline in the one screen here. And this is the new release Microsoft is doing here. And from here, you should be able to see the same opportunity pattern where you have the functionality. You can see the all of the filter information or filter. You can see the views that are available, and you can also use on your personalized view here. And you want to see what's being happening on my system. So you can easily see all of the deals based on the revenue and based on the timeline. So from here, I'm able to see that what were the past deals which were still open, I didn't work on it. So I can see here that the 5 Cafe BG1 is still open, and the worth is 24,995 dirhams, and it was supposed to close on 8th of December, but it's yet to be closed. So if I want to see what's being happening here, if I'm just going to click on this particular circle area or you can say deal area, I should able to see the complete information about my opportunity. So I can see still is open, what is the rate, rating of that particular opportunity, when we were expecting to close it, what was the worth, who owned it, what was the probability, and I can see and I can track the information here. I can see the notes, I can see the tasks, I can manage it very easily from here. So let's take example that I want to create an activity here. Let's say I want to book an appointment with that particular customer. I can very easily do, or I want to initiate the internal instance here. So let's take example that I want to initiate an appointment, and I want to initiate an appointment in a way that I want to check with the customer either he's still interested or not. So I can use the customer address here, and from here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use some of the information which is related to my meeting here. I'm just going to put the name here, follow up meeting. address. I'm just going to put it here. Let's take example street 1 ABC city. I'm just when I'm expecting to have this meeting, I'm just saying that I'm just going to meet this particular person on 20th of December. And what time I'm expecting this meeting, I'm just going to select that I'm just going to meet this person by 2 p.m. And I'm expecting that it will become a 1 hour session. So I'm just going to change the duration here. And as soon as I'm done, what I need to do, I just need to save and close. Just click on the save and close button. Now, what I can do here, let me just do one thing. It's there is also populating is coming up here. Just give me a moment. Let me just minimize everything and close this so that my screen will be visible, much visible. Ah, no, there is something happening here. Let me just see if I can remove it. It is not removing me. Wait, let me, it's perfect. Now, also I want here Wahaj in this meeting. So I'm just going to set Wahaj name also as optional, or even I can put it on regards here. And system is also letting me know that this particular meeting that I'm sending is out of organization. This is what I'm just going to see that this is what this meeting setup is going to be done for the outer organization. Or let's say there is some, you can say restriction is there. Might be possible the email is not configured or there is a restriction on the customer profile that I can't set up the meeting with the customer. So I can do it. I can see it here on the top here as an alert there. So once I'm done, I'm just going to click and save and close. So my meeting is created. Now what I need to do, as I know, yes, this deal is not going to be closed in the past. Now I need to change that time and date time factor. So on 20th, I am expecting to meet the person and I'm expecting that by 22nd that I will able to close my deal. So I'm just going to change it. And once I am done, now you can see my formulation is changed here. Now it is coming under my 22nd here. So if I'm just clicking here, so it is showing me the same information there. So that's the part number one that you can see here. Similar way, let's say if I want to make any notes or I want to make any, you can say the checklist to complete or you can say prepare any info, you can say the meeting preparation, I can do it here. How I can do, I'm just clicking again on my section here. And from here, I'm just going to create a task here. So let's take an example. I'm just going to put the name here. Let's say I want to prepare a presentation. So presentation preparation, I'm just going to put. As soon as I'm done, I just need to click enter. And what I need another one. Work from management. Okay. I'm just going to click here. Now you can see all of my tasks are listed down here. Now, in any particular reason, I have completed any information that let's say I have already got the approval. I just need to tick mark means I have completed my tasks and now the task is 100% completed. And I want to see the complete checklist. I can come here and view tasks. The complete view list is available. Task list is available. So I can see this approval. I got it already. So it's already approved there. And there's an upcoming event that I need to cater it on. Same way. Now, Wahaj is already included in this particular meeting, and I want Wahaj to be, you can say, informed, or I want to do some, you can say, collaboration with him. How I can do it here? There is a mechanism that you can start with the chat here. So I'm just going to click on the chat button. And the chat button, it is going to enable me because I'm using the same ecosystem, means I'm using the Office 365. I'm also using the Microsoft Teams and the Dynamics. So now everything is connected. So I can see and I can I can start working within the same environment. So what I need to do, I'm just going to start that I want to start the chat with this particular link here. So I'm just going to click again, new link chat. And I'm just going to add Wahaj here. And I'm just going to use the same. I'm just going to put and start. What the system should do, it should start populate here the name here. I mean, so that it will start the name. So now you can see it here. The chat is now started, and I can directly initiate at what I needed from him. So I'm just going to write it here. Now it's asking me to log in. Just give me a moment because just need to enable the log. I'm just going to log in. Actually, single sign-on is was enabled, but there was some setting I made change, so that's why it is keep prompting me for the Teams. I'm just going to put yes, so it shouldn't ask me again. I'm just going to write here. I'm just going to seek the help from Wahaj, and I'm just going to write it down here. And now what the system will do, it is going to start conversation with Wahaj here. And from here, if I jump to my Microsoft Teams, so I should able to see the chat from here. So same, you can say chat, which I was doing with Wahaj, it is now available here. I can see it over here. And if Wahaj is going to reply back, it is going to be reply back, and he's going to cover, it's coming up here on my just chat window. Okay. Now, what we are going to do in this particular form, what are the other aspect that you can see it here? You can see the complete visualization, what's being happening. So let's take an example, and I'm just going to open one of the record for the sample purpose we have created. And you can see the overall information that this particular lead is expected to close by today, and the worth of this amount, who owned it, and what is the, you can say, the activities are there. And plus I can see the contact person here also. Also, I can see the complete list of the activities here. So I can see the conversation, what's happened. So all email activities, that is what we have covered in our last session also, where all of the emails are listed down. Plus, you can see whatever the task or appointment. So this is what you can say there is an appointment, because I can see by the icon here. So there is a one appointment was already booked. And if I want to open it her, I just need to click and I can see it over here. So you can see this appointment is already there. And this appointment, and this is what it was scheduled just now. And it is, yes, it is 8:30 today. So the appointment is here. And as soon as I will complete the appointment, I just need to close as a mark as complete. Or might be possible the appointment is closed, so I can also cancel, close as cancel. Okay. So these are the all actions that you can do very instantly by the time that you are using. And this is the, you can say, the communication you can do very effectively from this part here. I can visualize everything. This is what I explained just now. Means you can see by the time, you can see with the different stages, with the different color scheme, you can see. On the top, you can also visualize that how many deals are open. So let's take example. I want to see overall, whatever the still all of the leads are there. So I'm just going to select open opportunities. So I am able to see these are the opportunity open, and there is an opportunity which was open a very long time ago, and this is what I want to see what's being happen here. And there was an opportunity that doesn't have the closure date. So what I can do, I can directly change so that it will be listed down in a same way. So we are just going to change it, and as soon as I'm done, so you can see now it's coming up here. Now you can see, we can visualize the things, that how many deals are open, how much, what's the value of my sales pipeline based on the view that I have chosen, how many number of the deals in a pipeline I can see, because there was a one deal was not in pipeline, that's why it's not coming up here. How much amount I have won. So what I can do, I can change with the all opportunities. So there should be some amount that I can see very easily. So now you can see there is a one amount is coming up here also on my top there. So you can see how much still I have won as a past there. So you can see these are the opportunity were closed. So if I want to see what was there, so I can see this was as one closed as one, which is the 96,500. Similar way, I can see the whole one for Fabricam. There was a deal for 100,000 plus deal. I can got it there. So I can see that there were three deals I won, and if there is any loss, so I can see it here at the time that if there is any, we have lost the deal. But no one likes to lose it, so we didn't capture the scenario. But eventually, in the real time, yes, it will be visible there. Now you have also option that you in the below part you can see how they are formulating. So let's take an example that I want to see what's being here. So this is the deal that we were working on it. If I'm just going to select, definitely it's going to open up the detail from here, and I can do the adjustment whatever I need. Otherwise, previously what we have to do, we have to navigate to that particular record and we have to open and do the editing there. But from here you can do directly, and similar way you can change it and you can use it from here. So let's take example that this particular deal, I want to rename it. So you can rename directly from here. So I'm just going to rename it from the name here, just remove it here, the express machine I'm just going to do, and just going to put the tab here. So what the system will do, it is going to be commit the information on the instantly. Same way, if I want to change the customer, might be possible this is not the customer that we were working and the customer is changed. So what I can do, I can do the modification here. So I can select, let's take example that this particular deal is related to the insurance. It is not related to this particular customer. I can do the direct change here. Similar way, what I can do the changing here in the, you can say the estimated closure date, and even I can do the modification in terms of the navigation that what is coming up here. So from here, let's say if the deal is closed, what I need to do, either I can open it directly on my opportunity list, and from where I can update, or otherwise I'm just going to update within the my grid view, or you can say inline grid editing I am doing to complete it here. There is also option you will see is just like a list you want to see. I'm just going to click on the list. It's just going to show me as a list part here. And from here, whatever I'm just going to update, I can do directly update from here. So let's take example. I want to update. So I can update as you can say lost or won, or let's say I want to make edit. I can directly edit. So if I'm just going to click on the edit part, system will take me to directly to the screen or to the main source where the information is originated. So these all complete part, it will help you to organize everything in a single screen. Previously, what it was happening, you have the dashboard, you have the individual segment, and it is very difficult to manage each and every step in a single screen. Now the option is available, and from where you can have the very interactive section where you can only visualize your sales pipeline, and you can initiate the requests, and you can also communicate to the team based on whatever currently situation is being happening there. Okay, any question till now? Please feel free to ask.
Adnan sir, there is a one question.
Hmm. Please.
So basically, what is the main benefits of the deal management? Like if it is very similar to opportunity, so we can create the task, meeting, status update, and etc. with the directly on the opportunity form. So what is the main purpose of the deal management? This is
Yes,
the first
actually,
question.
yes.
And second one is belong to the also deal management. In the sense of the deal management, something came in my mind like there is a contract between the year or long years between the two parties. So I think this is my thoughts with the deal management.
Hmm. Actually, see,
So
yeah, exactly. What happened? If I understood correctly, just let me know if there is any mistake, and you can also notify.
yes,
Deal manager is again is the top of opportunity, and the deal manager is being using for only managing all the communication, conversation, and the status. Means it's showing you the real time status is just like a graphical representation, and it's based again. It's not a separate section. It's just like you can say area where the seller or let's say the manager or the system user, he's going to manage all of his deal as well as all of his team's deal also. Let's say as a sales manager, what I can see the progress, what's being happening in my system, and I can see what were the deals which were supposed to close in the previous day, why they are not closed, and on instantly I can do the communication, and instantly I can do the conversation that whatever I needed. So that's the point number one. Second thing, if you have a long duration for any, you can say mechanism of the sales deal or sales pipeline, yes, you can manage, because here it might be cases that the lead is open, but it is very long lengthy. So you can manage it there, and you can have a different status there on the lead. Now, situation comes here that you already start proposing the customer. So in that particular scenario, what we normally recommend, go with the opportunity part. In the opportunity, you can set the timeline. Means what is the expectation that you are having with the customer to close that particular deal. So let's take example that you are going to initiate the business deal now, but you are expecting that there is a lot of stages that you have to cover. Means first you have to submit the quotation, you need to get the confirmation, then there will be a part of the budgeting, the customer will approve the budget, and the budget will be allocated, and then you will get the notification of the, you can say, the PO release, and after the PO release you are going to proceed with the sales order. So might be possible the deal size or the, you can, duration is going to be expanded from days to months and even years, and this is what you can easily manage. And on the top of opportunity, it will help you, means I can visualize what's it's needed here, so I can still target till the end that what are the leads that I'm expecting here. So let's take example. I'm just going to see the opportunities open in last week. So only I'm just going to target these leads here. So currently there is nothing. So if I can see leads which are open this week, this one we can do it here. This week we have it. Let me just see. Yes, we have it. So I can see, yes, these are the leads which are open this week. So I can easily visualize that this is the deal that I was supposed to working, but there is also lead which is expected to cover in the next month or this month or a year after. I can visualize. So that's the only, you can say, the way you are going to manage, or you can just visualizing. And from here, instead of interacting one by one, you can interact, you are going to do, or you can have the interaction overall in a one sequence. You got my point?
Got it, sir. Yes, yes, your last point is very beneficial for me uh, to understand the deal management.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay, thank you very much.
And yes, and related to one question that I see it here, related to the chat, yes, yeah, chat is only within the organization. It is not visible for the external until unless the user is become the guest user and it is allowed that you are going to do the interaction. You can do it, but eventually this feature is only available for the internal organization. So this is what you are going to do, the conversation or collaboration, or you can say communication with the internal team only, not with the external one. Or if it is needed, then you have to use teams separately.
Yeah,
But there
actually,
is
this
also
is meant
ways.
for collaboration between own team actually,
Yes,
between the
exactly.
sales and fulfillment teams. So that's why.
True, true. Now, what we have here. So this is the part we have just covered, and also we have the option. Let me just show you one of the part which is still very interesting here, is a sales funnel. And the sales funnel, it will help you in just putting the building blocks that you are going to have. It is going to show you with the different areas here. So now funnel, it was showing you in this way. Now it's coming up as a horizontal way. And from where you can see the stages here. So I can see how many is the what six opportunities are open, means the 6 deals are open in my this qualified stage. There is a 33% of my overall deal size, or overall you can say the sales pipeline size. Similarly, if I want to see that at the closing state, there are 27.78% are still open. And this is the close state, also already closed, you can say. And you can see the proposed, I can see the 11% is still proposed. So from here, I can visualize how much is the worth, how many opportunities, and what is the proportionate in terms of managing my opportunities there. Well, this is a kind of, you can say, interactive information that you can see it. And from here, you can do the maximum, you can say, reporting from the visualization part. But let's say if you want to export the information, you want to use as a printable, you need to go with a separate portion again on the particular form or the lead or opportunity, and where you can generate the reports. You can say the traditional report there. And what could be the traditional report? It could be just like a information report, or it could be just like a listing report that you can generate. Okay. Now, what we can do here, there was some information that we were working. So let me just change into my open view, open opportunities. And from here, we are going to start working from my part here. So let me just go down here and let me just do one thing, do the search here better. The insurance that we were working previously. I made a mistake here in the name. So it's a D insurance. As you can see, I'm using the global search, and the global search, what it is going to give me the result in the form of the account. So it's just, I just put D insure. So it's showing me all of the information, whatever is available in the system. So it's showing me the account is registered with the insurance house. It is also showing me the opportunity because one opportunity we had created earlier, and now today we have assigned or changed the customer of that particular opportunity. For this particular grain espresso machine, we change it to the T insurance, and I can see the contact person of that particular organization there. So let's take example that I'm just going to use this one. Three requirement, just three machines requirement that we are having it here. And from here, what you are seeing it here, it's a kind of complete information that I can see, and I want to visualize the information. I can see the timeline here, what's being happening, all the conversation, all the information, I can see it here. Plus, I have the provision, whatever we have added there is a product and the services. You can see it here, means whatever the product and services that you are going to sell to the customer here. Quotation part, this is what we are going to cover after you can say a few minutes. Then you have the files, all kind of the conversation, all kind of the information that you want to maintain under the file system. You can do it here. So you can see there are different lines or different folders are listed here. So I'm just going to select the open locations there. So you can see the different locations are available here. So based on, again, uh, uh, based on the, you can say the reporting elements, that you are just going to see the locations. I'm just going to see the locations. What are the locations we have? We have these all the location here. So I want to see all of the location, whatever the documents here. So it is going to list down all of the documents under my list here. So let it become, I think there is no document. Yes, there is a document here. So you can see these are all documents available. So I can easily visualize where they are located here. So these particular document is available on the Teams because it is related to the Teams part here. And there is a default document which is coming up here. And these are all documentation sources that you can use for in managing the documentation and stuff that you are expecting. Now, if I go back to my customer there, I should able to see the same information. So I'm just going to open up my customer information. And from here, you are going to visualize all of the customer profiling part here. And you can see and you can visualize the complete set of the timeline. So same timeline that you are seeing on the opportunity, because might be possible the same customer is having a different kind of the deals that he's working on. So all of the information that you can see on his timeline. So all information is coming up here. Plus, I can see his associated assets there. Assets means whatever you can say, no, not assets, you can say file assets or file repository. So I can see the opportunities, even though if there is any, you can say other sales order quotation, I can see all the list of the folder available. So I wanted to see, okay, what's there inside the opportunity. I'm just going to navigate here in the opportunity part. And it is going to show me, okay, this particular opportunity, which we already created. So this opportunity has the document, and this is showing me all of the information here. So whatever the documents we have uploaded there. So this is a link, and this relationship you will see there from the opportunity to the customer again. So the base is the account or the customer information, and then it will go to drill down to the transaction record level here. Okay. So this is how you can manage, and this is what you can do it very easily on the top of the system there. Now, what we can do now, we are going to start proposing. So from here, what I need to do first thing, I just need to change it because already marked there as a identified stakeholder because I
निकाल
already.
के दोबारा लगाओ और उसको
And then
ये जो है ना
where could you please mute yourself? Yes, you can see, I'm just going to update it here that the stakeholders, I'm just going to update it because I already updated the stakeholders, already identify whatever is the competitor. I just cross verify, yes, this is a checklist I have maintained. Now I'm just going to move to the proposed stage. And in that particular part, we are going to generate the quotation. So I think, Wahaj, if you can take forward from here, it'd be okay.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Let me share.
So now from this point of, you can say that this point, Wahaj is going to take you to the proposal part, how the quotation is going to be generated, and then rest of the end cycle, the invoicing. Means the quotation preparation, quotation revision, quotation closure, then the sales order generation, then the invoicing part.
Okay. So you guys see my screen?
Yes, now it's okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so from the opportunity, I mean, once a deal is pretty mature and you want to now actually send a quotation or a proposal to the customer, what you can do is you can simply go to the quote section here on the opportunity. There are other ways. You can directly go to a quote here also, and you can simply click, hit new and start from scratch. But if you're working from the opportunity, the actual journey is to use the opportunity. So most of the data, again, like we did from the lead, once we converted the lead to the opportunity, the data was copied there, right? So similarly, once you start from the opportunity and you move through this business process flow, you will see that all of the information that you have previously entered will be carried forward to the code, and that will make more sense. So let's go to the codes. Okay, so to add the new code, just hit the new code button. So what the system does behind the scenes is creates a new code. You could see it just copied the topic or the title from the opportunity. It gave it a new a unique number, which is the auto generated number. This can be configured. We will cover it in a settings and administration or configurational section, but this can be configured based on your organizational requirement. Okay, so the Rivian ID, this is first version, so it starts with a 0, who is the owner. But the currency is also carried forward from the or copied from the opportunity. Similarly, the price list is also copied from there. Okay, the most important part, you see there, these are the all products that we added inside the opportunity is now also copied here. If we want to modify anything here, we can do that. We can remove the products, but first time when you create it from the opportunity, it will automatically take it from the, sorry, when we create the code, it will take it from the opportunity. So for example, let's say the customer says, okay, rest of the things are okay, but on the airport thing, I need some discount. So what I can do is I can simply click on the navigate or double click here. It will open up the quote product here, or you can say quote line. So it shows what is the product here, what kind of pricing you're going to use. We are using the default pricing that we defined in the system. We can also override it if you want to. If I uncheck this box, I can now go ahead and change the price. This can be controlled again based on the configuration. In some of the scenarios, the salesperson might not be allowed to override the price, but they can directly give the discount. But system is again extendable and configurable, or you could say it's flexible, so we can do that. So I will use the same pricing that we defined in the price list or configuration. I can go ahead and add a manual discount. Let's say I said 10. So it's a amount based discount, you could see. If I want, I can, let's increase the discount. Let's say I want to give this customer 1,000 dirhams discount. So now once I save it, you see it automatically, of course, basic calculations. It will calculate. If I want to add some text, I can do that also. It will add the text. This is again amount, adds to the extended amount. Now let's say, I will actually first cover the very basic scenario, then we'll go and play with the code more. So let's say this is the happy scenario and customer is also fine with this. Or one thing I just would also mention here, there are two kind of discounts you can provide here. One is on the line level that we just saw, other is on the header level also. Let's say on the overall quote, our manager approves that you can just give him a 5% discount. Either we can enter the amount also and the percentage also. Let's say I enter the discount percentage, I save it. Yeah, so the discount you could say is calculated and our final amount is there. So I think this looks fine for now, and let us share it with the customer. Again, with to share it with the customer, there are multiple ways. So first thing we should do is we should lock this quotation, so no one can do any changes to this quotation or proposal. The purpose is any of your team members uh, should not modify it, so it should have a true copy. So whatever we send to the customer, it should match with that, right? So for that, what we do is we click on the activate code. So it will activate the code. Now you see this is a read-only record. Anyone, even the admin, cannot change this code at all. We'll see how we can modify it, but that's a different process. So, but for now, if I go in here, I cannot change the pricing or anything once it is locked. It goes, this is activated, this is read only. Okay, so now to send it to the customer, what we can do is we can click on the export to PDF. So on the left hand side, we see templates. We could have multiple templates. If I show you this, the first template, which is selected by default, print code for customer, you see this is some default tags for the email, and then the quote information, the number, the discount percentage, the total amount, and then the line items with the product description is there. And I can go ahead download it as a PDF if I want to. I can save it to SharePoint if I want to save it on our document management system, or I can click on the email and send it as an email. Basically, it will just go as an attachment. And yeah, okay. So I can also, if I want to CC somewhere also from my team, I can just, or otherwise I can, modify the subject or something. I can do that. The quote is attached as a attachment as a PDF, and now I can go ahead and save or send it. So that's one way of doing it. Other I showed you, you can simply click on the download. You can have the PDF and you can send it manually if you want to, or if you want to print it, you can do that also. Okay, there could be multiple templates. Another template, you can see the preview. This is a bit different. This is more simplified or minimalized version where you see a conventional kind of quotation, right? You can send this also same way. We can add more templates, but that is something we'll cover in another session where we'll see all the email and PDF and Word templates. We'll cover that, but this can be modified as per your organizational structure, and it can be localized. Okay, so this is how we send the quote. Now imagine the customer received this proposal, and if he's so I said first we can go through happy scenario. If it is a happy scenario, let's say customer accepts the quote, what I can do is I can simply click the create order button, and it will create a sales order for me. Because once in the sales process, once the quote is accepted or proposal is accepted by the customer or the business or the client, what we do is we send them or we release a sales order, which is not a customer document. It's an internal document for our fulfillment or account receivables team. So they can use that sales order document to fulfill the order. So what they will do, they will make sure to book the stock and do the inventory management journals, and then ship the items if shipment is applied. If we are talking about the goods business, if it is the service, in that case the service will make sure the delivery is being completed in terms of non-tangible services. Okay, so but before that, let's say, because that is a very straightforward process, we'll see it. So let's assume our customer has changed his mind and he has said, okay, for now, let's skip this particular product called airport. And can you please, I mean, his boss or his procurement team wants to, add some more discount on this Cafe A1 product, and rest seems to be fine. So what we'll do is we can, as I said, we cannot change this particular code. We should not do this. There are two methods now. One, you can add a new code. It will just create a new code similar to this one, and you can do whatever changes you want. But what is the best practice is you go to the same code and you click on the revise button. So what it will do, it will uh, create a revision for this particular code, and you will have the tracking, so you can review the earlier version also and the newer version, latest version also. So this makes more sense when you want to keep track of what kind of proposals you have already shared with the customer, so you can compare the proposals, right? So for that, what we can do is we can click on revise, and you will see the revision. Yeah, so it's a different number. It's a different record altogether, but all the data is copied from the existing proposal. The revision ID is 1. Now if I hit back, you will see there are and if I go to the opportunity here, yeah, you see there are two codes. So the first one is closed, which is now again read only. This cannot be changed anymore. This code is not applicable. You could see that's why the status is called revised here, or in other terms closed. And the new code is created as a draft. Now this is the working version of your proposal. So as a side, I can go ahead, add new products, I can remove the products, like that. So let's say, I want to remove this product. I can simply go ahead here and say delete code product. This will delete the products and refresh the totals. And as we said, okay, we want to give this customer a bit more discount here. So let's go ahead and give him straight away 2000 dirhams. Okay. Okay, I go back here and let's say, just for sake of our scenario, let's add another product quickly. Okay, so this is the product dialog where you can see all the products are there. You can search the product, you can pick from the recently used products or your mostly used products, or you can also add a write-in product. So what we call it, this one is existing products, anything that you have created in the product catalog of Dynamics 365 system. So these are your predefined products, but in some scenarios or businesses, they deal with write-in products. So what is a write-in product? Is something called, you can directly go ahead and add the product without defining it in the system. For there are many scenarios like that. For example, a services company who do not have a defined list of product, products or items that they sell or provide service for. For example, I said coffee machine service. So this is just a service, like they want to service the machines. So they can go ahead and add, there is no unit applicable here for the write-in product. So they can go ahead and define their own price here. Let's say we'll just charge like 350 dirhams for this service. I can change the quantity if that is applicable. I just click add here. And if I want to, at the same time, I can choose an existing product also. If I want to, like this, let's say, or I just save the code. Now you see the new products are added. Okay. So yeah, by the way, this particular dialog you see is also a preview version. This is the new feature added in the wave 2, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, wave 2. Yeah. Before, I mean, previously it was more you could say more limited functionality. There was no direct search. It was just like any other lookup you see inside the Dynamics 365. Okay. So let's say we are again good with this particular code, and we can go ahead if we want to, based on your business again scenario. You can simply select the shipment information. These again can also be extended. You can fill in the address. Another way is to look up the address for this particular customer, because one customer may have multiple addresses. But let me cover that part in the order, because addresses mostly make more sense in the order and invoices. So yeah, so this looks fine. And if I just want to go through the form, you see it's pretty basic. We have the quote information, the products, the totals, the address information, or the details. We have the activities of the timeline, and the related is the again the any files or documents you want to upload here based on that. Okay, so what I will do now is simply just I'm going to activate the quote again. I can go ahead and export as a PDF and send this code to the customer. I wait for the customer, and let's say customer accepts the code. If you guys think there could be a question here, what if you want to automate this scenario? Like whenever I activate the code, an email with the PDF should be sent to the customer. So that is definitely possible with Microsoft Power Automate. That's one thing. Using processes also, you can do that. But again, that's a technical section thing. So we'll keep it for that. Another scenario is I've seen multiple times is some people want to, or some businesses want their customers to approve or reject the code through a web link or something, but that is a total customization. As far as you know, there is no out of the box feature available for that. So anything like that has to be customized. The APIs are available. You can create a web page or a form outside, or you can do a maybe Power Portal page where you can redirect customer for the approval or rejection, and based on that you can automatically also change the status of the code. But again, that's has to be developed, that feature.
Just a
Okay.
point here, just a
Yeah.
point, Haj, related to the approval. There could be a possibility of the two types of the approval. One is the internal team approval, means where the manager or the line of the manager, they have to approve. So where you
Yeah.
can do the setup. And in this particular situation, what can be happen? Either it could be the approval for each and every quotation, or it could be based on discount or any factor. You can configure it. Means this is what you can do. It means you can put it in draft, submit for the approval, and then after the approval, system should directly activate the code. So that could be the automation that it can be handled. But related to the customer, what you can do, and which is you can say Microsoft also recommends to go for it. You have the Power Platform portal, means the
Mm-hmm.
CRM portal. You
Yeah,
earlier we see
exactly.
the CRM portal, now is the
Power S
Power portal,
portal.
that Power App
Yeah.
portal. And from there, you can give the access to the customer, where the customer can see the all of the listed quotations, which are you can say published for him, and the customer can review and he can directly approve it.
Yeah, approve, reject, or add some comments
Exactly,
here.
by
So again,
using the
but
activities
that
mechanism.
has to be, I mean, configured and developed a bit.
Exactly,
The
that's true.
whole
That's
page
true.
is on the portal.
That's true.
Okay.
And the third part, which is the electronic or
Yeah.
signatory for the
Yeah.
approval, then definitely there
Like
would be a
DocuSign,
required for a third party component,
third
either
party component.
sign, Adobe
I
signature.
believe there are some verticals or ISV solutions available around DocuSign, I guess.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah, so you can configure those, and then you can get the e-signatures also within the organization also and outside the organization also.
exactly.
So that can also be done. Yeah, but again, this needs a bit more effort or
Because licensing parties
development.
will also involve additional cost for the add-on. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yes. So it's a licensing cost is also more from the third party solutions. Okay, so now let's say we are good with this. So what we can do is we can go ahead and create the order. Another flow could also be there. Let's say the customer is no more interested even at this stage, and he do not want to, go. I mean, do the business or this particular business with us. Then we can go ahead and close the quote, and we can select the reason why we are closing it. If it is a revise, it will just be the same. It will create a third version for this particular quote. Or what we can do is we can select the cancelled, which means for any particular reason we can take our comments here and we can say okay, and it will be just in the cancelled status. Again, the quote will be read only and it cannot be further modified. Or the last one we see is the lost, which means we lost it against a particular competitor, or someone also got the business. Again, this information is helpful in the reporting part. So I will just cancel it because I want to, because we have limited time. So I'll just go ahead and just click on the create order, which is our happy scenario. We assume that the customer has accepted the proposal. And again, we have this option. We mark it as one, that the deal is one. What is the date we can select? So if we want to capture any comments for reporting or our, remarks purposes, we can do that. Okay. So based on this, should we close the opportunity also? If we select yes, it will automatically close the opportunity also. That means the business is closed. In some scenario, most of the scenarios it will be fine, we can do that, but in some scenarios we can select no. Let's say we are dividing the quotes in multiple, divided the business multiple quotes. For example, we have 4 products and customer first want to go with the 2 products, and later we want to create another quote, or it could be different terms or something. In that case, we might not for now close the opportunity. So we can choose any of these options depending on our scenario. Okay, so this one it says the actual revenue. You saw in the opportunity there's something called revenue, estimated revenue. So that is estimated revenue is our best guess on the business that we're gonna guess. Sorry, we're gonna get from this particular deal. But if we select this option, there is another field called actual revenue. So this will update that field based on the revenue or the amounts that are available in this particular code. So it makes more sense for most of the scenarios. So I'm gonna keep it as yes, and I'm gonna click OK. Okay, so behind the scenes, you can see an order is created again with the similar information, the customer, the currency, the price list, and then you can see all the products are being copied here or automatically. And now if I want to, I can again update this order if at any stage. There is no restriction by the system. It's a flexible system. You can do anything you want at this moment. But if you want to control, there are ways you can do that. Okay, so orders are actually, as I said, the sale order is mostly an internal document and is not shared with the system. But again, you can export it as a PDF for your internal teams, and you can have multiple templates here. You can send them to emails. And after, yeah, one more important thing. Again, I said I can update the discounts and other things if I want to. Here, the address makes more sense. So we have two kinds of address. One is bill to and another is ship to. So this is possible that's we use the same address for both purposes. So bill to is your invoicing address where you send your bill or receipt, and we can have same ship to address also. But in some cases, let's say we are shipping this to our customer's warehouse or a particular branch, so the address is different, but we are sending the bill to the or invoice to their head office. So in that case we can choose different. One way is we can go ahead and manually enter this information right here, but another way is we click on the okay, where is the lookup address? Yeah, here we have lookup addresses. So what it will do is, as I said, we can have multiple addresses for this particular customer that we selected, which is D Insurance House here. I can go ahead and select any of the address I want to, but for now, of course, we have only one. I'm just gonna select this one, and system asks me, should we copy the address for both billing and shipping information? These are radio buttons I can turn on and off based on my requirement, and I say add address. If there is any address, yes, it is. It updates it. You can see the both addresses are updated now. Bill to and ship to. If I want to change anything here again, I can do it. Now, the next process in the pipeline, or sorry, in the sales process is to okay. Sorry, I want to cover the detail. Sorry, yeah. So is to go ahead and fulfill the order. Okay. Again, we can cancel the order at any time. As I said, customer change the mind, or there could be any reason. So we can do the cancellation. The order sales order will become inactive or read only, and it will be in the closed state then. Or I can go ahead and fulfill the order. So fulfillment is done. Is something is actually the actual delivery of the products, or providing the services depending on the business. So there can be two kinds of fulfillments. One is known as full, which means I'm going to fulfill the whole order. All of these items will be, or the services will be provided to the, or are providing, being provided to the customer. Or let's say we do the partial delivery. For example, we have these three products, we're gonna fulfill these, and rest of the two will wait. Maybe we are waiting for the stocks, or there are some other issues. Based from that, we can fulfill the rest later also. Okay, now here is very important concept I would like you to concentrate on is basically the fulfillment and the invoicing is something which is mostly done in a finance and operations or ERP based system, because fulfillments are not very simple process. I can just go ahead, let's say open this particular product. I can go to delivery. I can say, okay, I've what was the requested quantity? Let's say 10. I can go ahead and do the five, let's say five items delivered or shipped. Sorry, yeah. Or I can select the 10. This is very simple process here, but this is not how actually it happens, because once you deliver the items, there are multiple documents and processes for our account receivables and inventory management team. So what happens, they have to create the account, the GRN, the good receipts and inventory journals, and they need to create shipment orders, manage, do the stock entries, because it updates the stock also, and then move the stock from one place to another and do the shipment. So all of that process is there. It's called fulfillment process, by the way. So that process, I would say, is not available in the sales, because it's the sales module. It's not covered inside this particular product. So what normally happens is the ERP system, this sales order is synced or integrated or copied to the ERP system, or let's say if we use the Microsoft, then finance and operations, and the back office team fulfills the order, do whatever processing they have to do in the ERP or the finance and operation systems, and then they push that once they fulfill it. we get a status back inside this CRM or the sales system for our sales team, just as an information. So all of the fields I show you here on the delivery is informational fields. That means if I'm gonna update anything, it will not impact any stock or inventory or fulfillment inside the Dynamics 365 or outside the Dynamics 365 unless I do some kind of integration. So again, this is informational fields, informational purposes for our sales team or the marketing team or the customer care team who wants to just, let's say, customer calls the our customer care team or our representatives and says, I have placed an order but it is not fulfilled or you have not received the items, so they need to see what's happening. So they can come to this particular order, they can open it and they can say, okay, fine, the delivery has not been done, or the, let's say, 5 units are being delivered, it's a partial or fulfillment is there. So this is again for informational purposes. So we are not going to hit any journals or inventory management solutions here. Okay. So okay. So for to fulfill, if that scenario is not applicable and the fulfillment is not happening in the ERP, we can also click on the fulfill order here. This can be automated, as said, based on the ERP also. So we can select the status if it is partially fulfilled. Partially means you have shipped some of the items or quantities and rest are not fulfilled. Or otherwise, if it is filled completely, I can fulfill completely, I can select complete. We can select a date, add our remarks, and then click on fulfill. So now the status of the product you can see. So the sale order is called fulfilled. It is read only. Now it cannot be modified anymore. Okay, so next process is to create the invoice or bill to the customer, because the order is being delivered, or this can happen at the same time also. Like once we have started the shipment, we can also create the invoice. And in some businesses, the delivery happens first. First, if it is a credit-based business, then you send the invoice later. That depends. Okay, I click on the create invoice. Again, it's gonna do the same thing, copy all the information, and then you know uh, create an invoice for me with the same information. If I want to, again, system will not restrict me. I can still change the information if I want to. You see the dress is also copied. So that's why we say it's better to add all of the information on the opportunity stage. So all of the information is being copied. You do not have to, again mention any information. But if anything changes, you can do. If you change here, it will not impact the previous record like quotes or opportunities. This just changes this particular record, which is invoice here. Again, invoice can be emailed, similar process. It could have different templates. You can send email, you can download, save to SharePoint, same process. Okay, again, like shipment fulfillments, we have invoice in two stages. You can either fully pay the invoice or we can just pay partially some of the items. That can also be done. So once I click on the invoice paid, you can see I can select if it is a partial paid. Again, this is again a process which happens inside the ERP systems. So we just get the statuses from there. So it can be synchronized. If it is not synchronized, anyone from our sales team or someone, can go ahead and change the status here accordingly based on the actual status. So I complete it. This becomes read only, and this fulfills our complete sales cycle, starting from the lead to opportunity, then quotations, then sale orders, and invoice. Okay, now I'll just go back and I'll pick up, another opportunity just for an example. Let's say this one. As I mentioned, I can go ahead and add as many codes as I want. For example, here I have only one product. Let me add a opportunity product here. Let's say this makes sense here. Save opportunity. I'm just showing you another scenario, just for your better understanding. Did it add it? Just 1 second, guys. Yeah, it added. Okay. So I can go ahead and create a new code. Okay, if I want to, I can, it by default copies it the both products, but if I want, I can go ahead and delete this particular line and create it as a separate quote. Another way I'll show you is to just go and create a new quote from here and select a different product. That can also be done. Let's say I remove this one. Okay. So this is another way. I mean, if you want to split up the quotes, you can do that. So that depends on the business scenarios, how that makes more sense for your business. You can do that. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the overall process. I mean, that is something we can cover in today's session. There are many other things related to costs and opportunities, especially if you go, you have seen this is called revenue, which is very important. This is by default, we see is a system calculated, which is based on this particular price list. I just want to just give you, just basic information. Like we can define the pricing, and based on the pricing, we see the opportunity is getting all the system calculated pricing here, and it's also applying discounts behind the scenes if it is configured. There is another way called user provided, where user can override. This option is again configurable, but this configuration will cover in our price catalog, product catalog, and price and discount and price list session. So yes, I said there are multiple things that needs to be covered. So yeah, that's all from my side. Adnan, you would like to add anything here? Because I think we should take it step by step, because there are many scenarios.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe
Only one thing I think you can, if you can show them on the opportunity, because as soon as the quotation is getting confirmed,
yeah,
then the
yeah.
actual
Yes. So very
revenue, how
important
much
point. Yes.
gets calculated.
Yes, so you can see I do not find that opportunity here. One, the reason it's not active anymore. So you guys need to understand active and inactive concept in this particular platform. So by default, I mean all of these views open or my open view are something which shows the active records, and anything like all opportunities will show all inactive and active. But if I go to the closed opportunities, you could see this particular opportunity which we worked on is now the status is 1, because this business is done. And if I show you the actual revenue, where is the field for actual revenue?
No, you can find there on the view. It's not visible on the
Yeah,
screen.
it's not visible on the form. Yes, okay. So
So you
let
can
me
go on the view, main, you can say opportunity view,
yeah,
and you can have
I can add
kind
that.
of chart.
Okay, I can add actuals. Apply. Okay.
Sir,
Okay, see,
there is
oh,
a one
it was
question.
already there. Okay, sorry, it was already there. My bad. So actual revenue is already there. Let me add the estimated revenue just for the comparison. Oh, why? Yeah, EST revenue. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you see the estimated revenue here was something more, 102,000 maybe, and here, but actual revenue is less. That is based on our quotations. So actually, this makes more sense. That's how it's happened. You always estimate more and you get less. So yeah, so this also, I mean, this is also there for comparison. So how much you expected or how much you have forecasted, and now what are the actuals, and these are the actuals that will also impact our sales team performance. Once we cover the goals and sales team management, we'll see in that part also how the actual revenue from opportunity will track the performance of our sales team. Yeah.
Yes, I think Naveed, he has having a question. Naveed, if you can ask the question.
Yes, sir. There is a one question regarding the order fulfillment. As you
Yeah.
said that there is a two things, two type of the fulfillment, partially and completed.
Hmm.
Completed is the understood, but regarding the partially, if we have multiple lines like 5 to 10 or 15 lines,
Yeah.
and I have to partially order submit it,
Hmm.
so I have to select the lines, or it will ask to understood the how many quantity you want to submit it or fulfillment.
No, okay. I'll tell you one thing. First is there are two things. One is the status. The status is fulfilled or partial. You can select
Yes.
either of the status based on your scenario. As you said, you have, let's say these are 5 lines. You have only fulfilled or delivered the first 3 lines. So So you can select the status as partial. Also inside the lines, if you need, you can go ahead and update the delivery information based on your fulfillment actual numbers, but that does not impact the status. I mean, once you fully, you set all the go to the all lines and update the delivery information, that will not change the status to uh, from partial to fully fulfilled. That's not going to happen. That's what I'm saying. These proper processes are mostly handled inside the ERP or the finance systems, and that updates the status. So what I've seen in my experience, uh, if there is a partial shipment, ERP sends a partial fulfillment status here and updates the delivery quantities inside the lines. And once it is fully paid there, it changes the status from the integration from partial to the actual fulfill or completely fulfilled from to the complete. And I mean, sets all the lines also. So that's how it happens. Again, I said, that's why I said these are all informational fields. There is no automated process, I would say, on top of it, which will automatically read the delivered quantities and update the status. That's not going to happen. You can do that, you can extend that, but by out of the box now. I hope that
All right.
answers that question. Yeah.
All right, sir.
But there
Thank
is
you.
some also extension is there because in out of the box, this is what Wahaj correctly said. Because out of the box, there is nothing there. Either is the full or partial. Although you can change, do the modification on the line level, but it's not going to impact on the status wise, on the top of the status. But in the field service, yes, you can find this such scenario where you are having such a situation where you are handling this area where you are going to plan some delivery by using the work order, and inside the work order you have a different delivery plans. You can do it, but again, it's not out of the box available. It's a customized solution, you can say.
Yeah, regarding the plugins, we can achieve this goal.
Exactly, that's true. That's true. Means you can restrict the user that either they can manage in a way that they can have in a scenario that as soon as all the orders are delivered, then system should update the status accordingly.
Right, sir. Got it. Thank you.
And not only the plugins, I mean, you can do this with Flow also,
Yeah, flow.
which
Yeah, exactly.
is more easier to use.
Right, right.
Okay, so anyone has any other questions? We're happy to take it.
So I think everyone is happy.
Okay, so
Happy or they
why
get
don't you
bored.
guys, I mean, I think if everyone you should register a trial and try to run these processes, and then you might have more questions because you see there are a lot of buttons here which we have not even covered. So once you go through these, just imagine the best way to learn is to imagine a scenario. Let's say you run a business, you sell certain kind of products are always easy, services are a bit more complicated. So just run from starting from the lead to opportunity to quote or an invoice, and then you will have better understanding and questions. Then you come back to us and you ask the scenarios, and I think that will make more sense.
Perfect. So I think we can conclude the session by the closing note. And we are already, I'm just going to share my screen, and we already, you can say, covered the maximum topics for the today's agenda. Now, what we are going to take home for today's session, first is the opportunity to quotation process. This is what we have completed. And then we also have seen the opportunity and the quotation closure. There is a one part I think we missed about the standalone opportunity closure as a lost, or if you are going to just tag as information. So this is what we will also look into it in the future
Yeah, if
session.
you want, I mean, I can just quickly show it that also if
Yeah, but
they are
better,
okay.
better. Yeah, better to
Just
share.
like 5 minutes if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So let me just share my screen quickly because it's a very simple process as the Dan said. So I'll just open up any existing opportunity. So we took the happy scenario where we created the codes and do the full flow. But there could be a scenario where we do not want to go ahead. That's also possible. So there are two outcomes of the opportunity. One is called as one, another is as lost. So lost means there is no business done here. So in that case, we simply hit the close as lost button. And what it will do, it will ask me the reason. I can select a particular reason here. I can see what is it was cancelled or I outsold. And I mean, I can also select a particular competitor. Let's say this is our competitor, Really Cloud, and I think he got the sale, so I can mark it for my better reporting. I can add some comments and so on. And once I click OK, it will again turn to read only. You could see it is closed as cancelled. So now if I go back to the opportunity, you won't see it. You will see it in the closed opportunities, right? Okay. Another scenario, which is I can directly go ahead and close as one also. So in many scenarios, people do not use, as I told you, the quotes or sales or invoices. They can only use from lead to opportunity also. So in that case, they can go ahead and click as close as one. So this means the we have won the deal, and I can change the actual revenue if I want. This is based on my estimations. If I want, let's say, um, there are two ways. Again, I can update the products also here, and based on this system will auto calculate. Or in some scenarios, this doesn't make sense, so I can go ahead and close as one, and I can let's say modify this information. I can do that. I can select the actual close date. So this will also get me more planning. For example, actually I said my estimated date was 12/22 December, I guess, but I actually closed it before that. So I'm doing pretty good, right? So I can click OK. So this will be again marked as one. Okay. And then again, it will move to the closed opportunities. So that covers it. That covers the basic thing here. I will stop sharing it now. And if you guys have any question on this, please ask. Nan, I think you're on mute.
My mistake, sorry. Yes, we already covered this sales order generation, then the customer invoicing. This is what we have already covered. And at initially, we have covered the reports and the analytics part. And if you have any questions related to any kind of, you can say, the processes which we have covered, please feel free to ask. Even though after the session, you can put your questions, and also you can send it to us, and we will include them in our upcoming session. And there are some, you can say, learning resources which will help you to understand about the business model on Dynamics 365, how it is configurable, and how it is based on the business requirement, how it can be mapped or tailored in a situation that where you need a complete business model there. So you would like to just learn about the sales management. So these are the all links that you can follow, and it's always be recommended to go and check it out, whatever the features are available, and you can try it out there. Now, I believe that everyone is excited so that we will continue with our next training session. If you are satisfied or excited, please give us a thumb ups, or not. You can also share the valuable comments. So I didn't hear any loudness. There is some clapping like this one. It should be there. Or there should no. It shouldn't. Or might be possible is too much for the to digest the information that we have shared. There could be all kinds of possibilities. Okay, so
Okay, guys. So
let's
no more
wrap up the session.
questions. Okay,
And
let's wrap up.
what we need your feedback after today's session. It will be great if you can scan the code and you can submit the feedback and share us with your, you can say, what you have learned and what is, you can say, missing point. If you have any question, please feel free to submit, and you can put uh, about your the feedback of on our today's session there. And in the last, we are going to schedule some more schedule. You can schedule some more. You can say the sessions for the part 4, where we are going to cover the sales team management, means how the sales team is going to be managed on the top of Dynamics 365. Then we'll see two more important topics related to the sales again, which is the goals management as well as the sales forecasting. So these are the modules that we are going to cover, because it's a very comprehensive and there's a lot of discussion is required in that particular area. And then in the part 5, we will look into the details of the product catalog, how they are going to, you can set up the product and their pricing as well. And then the pricing, what are the mechanism to manage it? Either it's a kind of, you can say, means what are the level of discount that you are going to go to the customer, or what is the pricing factor that you are going to apply. And we will also look into the discount list, which is also applicable in Dynamics. And we will also talk about some of the restrictions, or there's, you can say, limitations on the product and the pricing part. Means, and we will also discuss about the situation that how you can handle those limitations there. So I think we can conclude on a good note. And tomorrow, not tomorrow, sorry, we are going to cover the, you can say, the sales team management and the forecasting and the goal management in the next session. And really, again, appreciate for your time in the late evening. And thanks a lot. And I hope to see you again, inshallah, on next Tuesday.
Yeah, okay, guys.
Inshallah,
Take
sir.
care.
Inshallah.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you very much.
weekend.
Thank you. Happy weekend and God bless you.
Happy weekend too. Happy weekend too, sir.
Bye bye.